Our Kenyan coast voices, once silenced, are finding courage. Jali Yetu, our safety, was born out of a need to protect, to empower, and to change mindset. This initiative led by Pema Kenya, this movement fights for justice, safety, and dignity for all.
The Jali Yetu project is a project that was born out of the need to enhance the safety and security environment for the LGBTIQ communities at the coastal region. Being a project that has been supported by the Kios Foundation, there was a need to ensure that we strengthen our safety and security mechanisms, especially at the height or at the peak of the anti-LGBTIQ movement that has been spearheaded by various actors that at the end of the day really threatened issues, or rather the safety and the security of the community members within the country. In the effort to do this, we have been able to ensure that we train our community members on safety and security mechanisms, and other than that, also ensure that our key stakeholders are also trained and their capacity strengthened to ensure that they also contribute to enhancing or strengthening safety and security mechanisms. With that, the project has been very instrumental to not only strengthen the capacities, but also inbuild tools and mechanisms that would monitor safety and security, but also ensure that services are being provided with regards to safety issues, with regards to legal issues, as well as health issues. One of the tools that we've been able to develop out of this particular project is a digital platform called Saraka, which in English is called a directory platform. The directory will help the LGBTIQ communities to identify points of service provision, be it health or be it legal, whenever an insecurity incident has occurred within our membership. I am happy that through the pioneership of this project, we are also going to collaborate with Social Justice Center. We are going to collaborate with law enforcement officers, local administrators, as well as religious leaders to ensure that we strengthen safety and security mechanisms, not only within Mombasa, but also in the neighboring counties like Kilifi and Kwale. Thank you very much.
My name is Alilia Karuga, Executive Director, Tetea Jamii Social Justice Center. We are based in Kilifi County, Takambu Ward. Tetea Jamii advocates for human rights. Challenges we are facing when addressing the security of gender, sexual minority persons. One being discrimination. The community is not ready to hear anything about GSM. Challenge ingine pia when it comes to addressing or talking about GSM, telling them how we need to protect them like any other person. It's really a big challenge. Jamii wamezoea tu kunyosha mikono, but at the end of the day, GSM community wako wapi? Ni sisi katika jamii. But are we ready to talk about it? 99% no. After the engagement with Pema Kenya, a lot has changed in a positive way. Pema Kenya has done a lot of things. Hizo trainings za sisi kama social justice centers. They have also linked us with law enforcement. They have also brought to us training on documentation tool ya GSM persons, ambayo hii tool itatusaidia sana to work very closely. It will also tell us the danger zones in case kuna shida yoyote GSM community yako nayo. Ni kwa uharaka gani na wepesi gani anaweza kusaidika bila kupata madhara yoyote yale.
My name's Ben Mutunga Valasa. Mimi ni Chief kutoka location ya Chani ambayo iko Changamwe sub-county, Mombasa County. Before engaging with the Pema Kenya, my perception on the gender sexual minority was not good. We used to think that the people were only pushing themselves to that situation so that they generate income. The major one that I got engaged in was two young girls. They were seen moving with dress of female. Also wakawa wanaweka pipini kwa mapua. So the society, particularly men, got agitated and they came to my office so that I allowed them to chase the two youth out of the residence they were staying. And actually they come from that locality. So as an administrator, that was a very challenging situation because they wanted me to give them permission so that they chase them away. They know that there's a Chiefs Act or it has been outlawed, but somebody told them, if you use the chief, you are going to eliminate these people out of this society. When I got involved with the Pema Kenya and started dialogue, the dialogue encompasses a lot of people. The administrators, the health team, the clergy. There was a very elaborate discussion. Even tunasomewa Quran, tunasoma Biblia, tunasikia kutoka kwa madaktari. That gave me a very big change. Nikaona kumbe I'm perceiving people like they are wild animals and they are human beings. That discussion and that frequent training and involvement, which of course was being spearheaded by Pema Kenya, gave me a big game changer. It made me change my perception, and I think I progressed out of that. My commitment moving forward is that to make sure that every person, particularly within my area of jurisdiction, because of course as an administrator I have a jurisdiction, is to make sure that everybody gets to know that the gender sexual minority need to have space like any other person. They are human beings. They need services like any other person. They shouldn't be marginalized when it comes to them receiving service from any person, either government employee, a private person. So long as they are looking for service, they should be equally treated like any other person.
My name is Jessie. My preferred pronouns are she, her. I am a masculine presenting woman who is probably going against the community norms of how a woman should look like. I am profiled a lot as a woman in the community, as a troublemaker. So there's a lot of harassment when it comes to the laws. Life for Jessie as a person is very tough. Being profiled even without doing anything, basically by just how you appear. It's very, very hard. The challenges are a lot of judgment from the community and even from the system. For you to be able to be assisted, you have to either be accompanied by a mediator or someone who has been sensitized more about our community. Community engagement through the local enforcement, through the chiefs, them being sensitized, them being open-minded. It has been more gentle and more open-minded and less violent and less harassing, more of them being open to be just honestly hearing me out. A bit safer than I was yesterday. I feel like things are improving and I can be heard a little bit more, and that's very comforting. I can say I believe that I will be heard. I'm more inclined to reach out because I know that I'll be listened to and I'll be given the opportunity to share my experience and be judged and just followed up as just as a normal woman out here. I hope to empower other women like me to be able to speak up more and just be able to believe that there's someone who is willing to listen to you and things are getting easier for us and we have a community out here. I want to say that I want to really thank our community for taking a step forward and sensitizing our local chiefs, and even like me myself as being part of this community. So like a big shout out and a big just being very grateful to our community and our support system out here.
My name is Malala Luta, coordinator at Shihuru, which is an LGBTQ organization based in the coast of Kenya. I'm also a lesbian identifying woman, working for the rights and inclusion of queer persons. Before the coast leadership convening, organizing with regards to safety and security has been a bit fragmented, and to use the word disorganized loosely. There have been a lot of activists and groups and organizations working on safety and security, but with minimal coordination, which has been quite insufficient to attain what we would want to achieve as coast leaders. Pema Kenya took an initiative of bringing together coast SOGI leaders, and after that convening, we've had more coordination in terms of organizing around safety and security. Organizations now have a central referral point, and we've seen other organizations pick up from where Pema Kenya left. And for example, we have Amkeni Malindi, which organized another leadership forum that gave birth to the Pwani SOGI Forum. The core mandate of this forum is to coordinate all SOGI organizations in the coast in their work on safety and security. My call to action is for all other CSOs to center safety in their work, collaborate intentionally, and also create safe spaces for the communities that we work with and for.
Hi, my name is Kelvin Jerry, a queer human rights defender championing for rights, inclusion, diversity, and safety of the LGBTQ communities in Kenya. Life has been the way it has been, but it keeps changing. As right now, as a gay man, I can say that it is better to be here compared to a few years back. The challenge of lack of information, wrong information out there, myths and misconceptions, that has been dragging the queer communities in Kenya behind. But with time, that has changed as we've seen the community dialogues work. We've also seen, as the global world becomes smaller, social media influences has also helped us. Yeah, and people who are on the ground doing activism, they've really also effected changes. Right now, a lot has changed. The fact that we engage police officers in our dialogues and they come and they sit through and they have become our allies, things have really changed. They are the ones who call us now if any of our members has been arrested to go and help them. So yeah, I feel safer. Well, I hope that we keep engaging more and more people. I have realized that safe and peaceful dialogues with the community members, that has been very effective. Engaging religious leaders, police officers, chiefs, landlords, that has significantly reduced the violence against queer people in Kenya, especially in Mombasa County. I would request that everyone remembers that we are all human beings, equal, that sexuality is a very minor thing to be fighting over right now.
My name is Asya Levin. I am a transgender woman in the coastal regions of Kenya. With regards to life and security, and also a nexus to my gender identity and sexual orientation, life has not been easy to begin with, because we find that we are a marginalized group that has been demonized and has been ostracized in the legal laws and also with the social laws. So we have to fight our way through life, economically, socially, politically, just to survive. So life has not been that kind of a swift ride, if I can call it that. The biggest challenges that I faced, one was bullying. I faced lots of bullying, both at home and then also in a social life, let me call it school system, right from the primary, high school to a university, where I used to be bullied from the students to the teachers to the other school support staff, and I didn't have anywhere that I could report to. And when I could go back home and state that I'm being bullied, in fact, I will be beaten further, you know, the African parent, why can't you not do this? Why can't you not do that? Yeah. Over time, with the advocacy on the ground from Pema, Center for Minority, you know, and also the Girl Class, so I am seeing some form of social attitude change towards the LGBTQI persons in the society. In that, right now, I can be abused by the roadside, but there is that one person who will be able to raise a voice and say, hata kama you do not agree with this person, but this person is still a human being. With regards to safety and the response, I'll tackle the safety part of it. Yes, there is some form of safety, yes, because of the awareness that has been created. And with regards to a response, yes, I can be able to walk to the police stations thanks to Pema Kenya, given they have done lots and lots of sensitization in the local administration and also the police stations. So I can walk and report at the gender desk without feeling stigmatized nor discriminated against. My hopes for the future is one, a world where equality is not just a buzzword. It is a doing word. A future where my sexual orientation and gender identity is not used against me. In fact, it is used to affirm me and I'm being represented. A world where transgender people are visible and represented in all spaces without being ostracized. The quote that I do like most is from Haile Selassie. And he stated that throughout history, it is the inaction of those who should have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better, the silence of voice of justice when it mattered most that has enabled evil to triumph. Thank you.
Human rights are fundamental rights, and human rights, everyone deserves the right to be treated equal.
Everybody, despite the diversity, despite the religion, despite the sex, should be treated with dignity.
When the safety, rights, and dignity of the LGBTQ person is violated, justice in itself is at risk, because no one is safe until all of us live freely.
In the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. Therefore, whenever we see injustice facing the gender and sexual minorities community, we should not sit comfortable and just relax. This is a sign that all of us are vulnerable to injustice. Thank you.
Your voice matters.
As a human rights activist in your fight against the harsh systems, do not ever forget to rest and center queer joy in your work.
Hello everyone, my name is Ishmael Bahati. I'm the Executive Director of Pema Kenya, an LGBT organization based in Mombasa, Kenya, and a partner organization for KIOS. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you very much, KIOS, as our partners, strategic partners, who have been very supportive in areas of development, especially at areas to respond to violence cases, to document violence cases, but also to support the structures that support the violence response itself. KIOS has also been very instrumental in ensuring that the capacity of the members has been built, especially whereby we capacity build partners that support human rights work in Kenya. We have been able to do a huge chunk of work with the support that we got from KIOS. Inclusive service uptake and provision for everyone is key to every community, including inclusivity of gender and sexual minorities. Jali Yetu has been a milestone in ensuring that that happens. Thank you. We just want to say that we don't take this for granted. Thank you for being a truthful partner over the years, and we continue wishing that you support us and continue being a strategic partner as you have always been. In you, we see a friend. We don't just see a donor. We see a friend and a person that we can count on to walk this journey with us. Thank you very much.